Whenever you're ready.
Already?
Alright, first thing we're going to take off is the prime hind quarter. First thing we're taking off here is basically going to be just trim for hamburger. We call this the elephant ear. And if you remember Lady Gaga's meat dress, this is what it was made out of. Some people said it was flank steak, some people said it was skirt steak. They were all wrong. It was the elephant ear. And that'll just be hamburger. Next thing we're taking off here is the flank. This whole big hanging pieces thing. Tip of the knife, and we're just seaming the meat out. We're trying to go between all the muscles. We follow down just under the tri-tip here until we hit a little bone. And when we do that, straight down parallel with this. Until we hit a rib bone down there, and we go around it. One good one. That takes the flank off. Next up we got the tri-tip. I'm going to come in and hang out kind of in this area. Find it up here. This sits just underneath the sirloin tip, or the peeled knuckle, depending on where you are and what you want to call it. There's the tri-tip. Next up, we're going to pull the sirloin tip itself off. Big chunk of fat here. These are tricky because you never know if you're going a little high or a little low. There we go. Going a little high. Gash in here between the two things. Bring them up over the kneecap. And down here a little bit. There you can see the kneecap. Use the bone to score, use the knife to score the bone. Over here we draw a line between this bone and this bone. We follow that down. We should be able to make a nice cut in here. Pull down the sirloin tip. Good, right there, right under here is the filet mignon. You don't want to gouge that, right there. And make sure we go around it. There's a peeled knuckle. The next step down here, we got short loin. Running from here to here, we got porterhouse, T-bones, New York, filet. Top sirloin's in here, so let's take the top sirloin off. By finding this joint and then cutting toward the tail. We're going to cut that line right there. We're not going to get all the way through because there's bone in there. We're just getting through the meat. Because now we use the big gun. Take the rib off. And we'll cut this. Steady. There we go. And that's the entire loin. Short loin there, head loin or the top sirloin. Pull the round down next. Let's go. Leave the shank there. Come over here and we'll cut this. Find where the bone, feather bone ends here. About there. Bring that to about this mark. Plug in our saw so we can use it. Go ahead and hit stop.
Same?
Huh?